Good morning, everyone. Today is Thursday, April 28th, and thank you so much for joining into our weekly PPACA webinars. Have a rather large agenda today, so we're going to jump right in. If you are new to this format and you want to ask a question, you can do so by raising your, pressing that little hand icon on your control panel. In fact, you can all test it out. You can just let me know with a show of electronic hands. There we go. Thank you. Everyone's hands up. We can see the screen. I appreciate that. And if you also want to ask a question, you can do so by typing it into the question box below. So let's get started. First, good news. We are doing a special run for Cat Blue Cross individual commissions. They sent over a large file with corrections, which means all of the commissions that we're paying to other general agencies for our agent partners have been corrected, and you should see a deposit if you were one of the affected agent partners. You should see a deposit this morning and an email of the commission statement. So if you don't receive the email with commission statement or a deposit, then, you know, clap your hands because you are lucky that you weren't one of the affected people. Also, if you did use our enrollment center for referring your clients for individual health, referral fees are paying. You know, there was a bit of a snafu, and again, this is something we're working through and can only apologize for the delay. But they are going to go out next week. So just know we're resolving some of these issues, self-made or not self-made, as quickly as we can. Last week I talked about the employee count form that employers were required to complete. I do have those handouts still in your control panel. They are due on May 1st. So again, be mindful of that deadline, and also the information is in the newsletter as well. Third bullet point, the 3,500 Capital Blue Cross Marketplace members that were affected by a data match issue where the clients may have uploaded their information or sent their information that was requested from the marketplace, such as citizenship documentation, income documentation, anything that it was requested. If they received a letter, they needed to re-upload that information to the marketplace or resend it. Additionally, we did get a list from Capital of the affected members and our agent partners, and Judy Reed has been emailing everyone with the list of their affected members. If you did not get an email with a list of Capital Blue Cross members from Judy Reed yesterday or the day before, then, you know, again, clap your hands because you did not have any affected members. If you did, you need to reach out to those clients and make sure they resent or re-uploaded their required information, or they stand to lose their coverage or their subsidy. All right, next bullet point, Capital Blue Cross short-term product. The short-term product is going through some changes, and the online version of the web application is going to be updated. And what that means to all of you is from May 1st through May 31st, only paper applications for short-term medical will be accepted from Capital. So that information is in my newsletter today, along with you know, what you need to do to submit those applications. The SEP documentation of a qualifying event is also required for any business submitted from May 1st, 2016 and beyond. Again, that information is also in my newsletter, and just be mindful of that. If you're still writing business during the SEP time, Capital will, as of next week, require documentation of that qualifying event. We did receive information from Highmark that in their 2 to 50 grandmothered market, they are going to offer some level of extensions with effective dates from July 1st through December 1st of 2016. What that process is, or what is, you know, available as far as early renewals, late renewals, premium holds, that I don't know. They don't know either. I, of course, asked, and information is not yet available. So again, just be mindful. As soon as we get that information, we'll share it with you. But just like Capital, their 6/1 renewals and beyond are not offering the like it, keep it, or grandmothered provisions. They're being forced into the ACA. Highmark is doing the opposite, starting with 7/1 renewals. They're allowing that extension, hopefully to get these grandmothered folks to the furthest extent of the law, which is now 12/31 of 17. Again, information is in the newsletter. Aetna Level Funding Program, Aetna Funding Advantage, is offering a $50 per employee bonus. So if you sell from a group with the Aetna Funding Advantage Program for groups 10 to 50 eligible employees, for 7/1 through December 1st effective date, you'll earn $50 per employee for every small group case sold. So they give an example of 30 enrolled employees at 50 times $50 per employee. That's a $1,500 bonus. There's no cap on that potential bonus, and bonus amounts would be paid or will be paid quarterly. So if you haven't quoted it and want to quote it, let us know, and hopefully you can start earning some $50 per employee bonus. That's a great bonus. The minimum essential coverage lunch and learn is going to be held May 18th. It is a bit early, 10 to 12, but if you are interested in this, this new way maybe of thinking outside the box by offering a minimum essential coverage for employers 50 plus or even below that count, then I would encourage you to come to the Lunch and learn about these programs. There's a lot of interest in offering an MEC plan with a minimum value plan, i.e. a bronze type plan, and thereby meeting the employer responsibility for offering affordable minimum essential coverage, minimum value coverage. It's a unique way, I think, in looking at these programs. Also, the MEC programs are good for industries that have a lot of turnover, low pay, maybe like a hotel chain, beauty shops, barber shops, restaurants. So the MEC coverage does have its place, and we're going to embrace it and see if it's something that holds interest for the right folks. And that brings us up to our open forum today. We're going to see if there are any questions. I know there are some typed questions. Oh, only one. Nate says, to clarify, Capital is now requiring SEP documentation? No. And he asked for short-term medical. No. The short-term medical is a different bullet point. The short-term medical can only be submitted for Capital with paper from 5/1 to 6/1 as they're updating their online application and process. Separate thought, separate bullet point, Capital as of 5/1 is requiring proof of the qualifying event for submission during the special election period of major medical plans, not short-term. So I hope that makes sense. And that's it. I don't have a lot of questions today. And here's one. Ed says he joined late. Can you touch on the first bullet point again regarding Capital? Absolutely. Capital had paid quite a bit of business that our agent partners wrote through URL to other general agencies. They've corrected that. They've paid us a special run on a special run, and that's what we're paying you so that we can get that money out to you so you can reimburse the old GA. And then the referral fees are paying next week. So the correction for Capital is deposited as of today, and the commission statements are already being emailed out to you. And Nate says, in healthcare.gov, when you add a member, for instance, a newborn, or delete a member, you basically are creating a new application. I'm afraid that system-wise this appears as a new application and commissions will be termed or member already enrolled. Thoughts? That's a great question, Nate, and what I've been told is if you go to add a child or a new spouse, if they get married, if they add these folks, the babies, whatever, and then choose the same plan that they were already on, then it doesn't reset anything. It only adds these the new people to the application itself. So it just continues as is. And they do have the ability to change their plan. If they do change their plan, then it resets. So that's the rule that I was told, Nate. Maybe, hopefully you chose the same plan. If you did not, then it does reset, and you're right, it wouldn't be commission paying. All right, well, that brings us up to the end of our questions. As always, I appreciate you joining in. The next webinar is next Thursday, of course, May 5th. There will be no webinar the following week. That is our President's Club trip to Grand Cayman, so I will not be here. But I will see you hopefully all next week and have a lot more to share. Until then, have a great day, great balance of the week, and a wonderful weekend. Bye-bye.